Oh, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. Oh, I got you, sis. And they be lying. LaLa Squad, what it do? It's your girl LaLa, and I'm back with a whole nother video. I know it's been a long time coming, but let's be very clear. Your girl has had a lot going on. Now, in the rare event that you don't follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any of my other social platforms, and you have no idea as to what's been going on, the new TV show that I'm a part of, BET's series, Boomerang, has dropped. And when I tell you that the feedback has been awesome, I truly and sincerely mean it, honey. Get into my cast. Ooh, that's a beautiful cast, honey. They look motherfucking good. Especially that girl right there in that denim on denim situation with her hands up. Yes! Yes! Ooh, she is bomb. But anyways, honey, yes, it's been amazing. The feedback, everything, and the good and the bad. I'm not going to lie. I'm not one of those people who can't take constructive criticism, but let's be very clear. There's a big difference between that and just a plain on hater. Plain old hater. Okay? No D. Only time I get that is when you know what I'm saying. Okay, but anyways, in order for me to go ahead and share some of my thoughts with y'all and everything like that, I figured, you know what? Let me go ahead and pull from the people. Let me go ahead and take from the people and get into what they're talking about, because I feel like that's the purest way of engaging. You know what I mean? So, yes, on Twitter, that's one of the most active places for me during watching TV shows and anytime I want y'all feedback in real life, in real time, okay? So, I was going through the tweets. The hashtag is Boomerang on BET, for those who don't know. And a lot of people had a whole bunch of different things to say. So, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Boomerang on BET is definitely the show I didn't know I needed until I started watching it. Honey, that's everything. And to be honest, I feel like that's the case for a lot of people. The funny thing is, this show is for the millennials. This show is specifically for us, young, black, poppin' millennials who experience different things on a day-to-day basis, whether it's something that you're dealing with internally or something that you have to go through at work, or even just dealing with your friends. You know, there's so many topics that this show touches on. Okay. Yes, thank you for that positive tweet, honey, because I'll go on and on. But I want to make sure I address the proper tweets with the proper responses. I'm just so excited. Forgive me. This tweet right here was super lit to me, okay? And I absolutely loved it because I found it to be very true and interesting in the same breath. It says, when someone is known for such a big personality elsewhere, it can sometimes limit their other endeavors, and the audience might not be able to separate the two. I saw your potential as an actress, and it's refreshing. Honey, let me get into this. So, this tweet actually hit home for me because a lot of people tend to want to box me in. Just in general, they tend to want to box people into whatever they're used to seeing them doing. And of course, I'm known on social media for having a large personality, and that's all that I give on social media. But the truth of the matter is, as you all know because you follow me here, your girl has way than more one trick to her pony, okay? Like, I know how to do so many other things aside from be funny. Yes, that's my personality, but believe it or not, sometimes I actually know how to do this. Shut the hell up and be quiet. Yes. And then other times I know how to act. Other times I know how to speak Spanish. Honey, other times I know how to do a wig. Other times, you never know. You know, but as the tweet literally says, that's my first time saying literally the whole time. Y'all should be proud. As the tweet says, honey, people tend to just limit you to that one situation. And I was happy that someone else acknowledged it. And I respect it because that's very true. So for the people who did say, oh, I got to get used to her as an actress, honey, it's really not that hard. Honey, all you have to do is take your limitations off of me And probably yourself too, because if you limiting a stranger, then you dang well they're probably limiting yourself. Honey, and enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. Step outside of the box for 1 minute to be able to appreciate that someone is simply talented at more than just one thing. And I'll go ahead and leave it on that. No, I'm not responding, or saying that in a negative way, but it's true. A lot of people have a mentality where they have no choice but to box people in, including themselves, and be like, well, she won't be able to do that. All she's good for is this. Sweetie, don't let nobody tell you what you are good for. You tell you what you're good for. And if you feel like you're not good at something, then go ahead and take out the fear, because that's all that is, handicapping you. And go ahead and do your thing. You feel me? I only watched Boomerang last night for my sis, LaLa Milan. I'm so proud. Well, thank you. That was so nice of you. Oh my God. But for real, it's so cute and so bomb that y'all are tuning in just for me. But I hope that the bait to get you guys to come in, but you all actually end up falling in love with the show as a whole. Because honestly speaking, I feel as though this is an amazing show, and different people will be able to see themselves in different characters. I think that my character is great, and she definitely is relatable for a lot of people, but there's people who's just like David's character, who is fighting with their spirituality, and they're also trying to live in a regular world that doesn't dwell so much on religion and things of that nature. And then there might be other people who can relate to my girl Brittany's character, Crystal, where she's that home girl, but at the same time she's motherly, and she got to experience a whole bunch of things early on in life, and so she kind of is moving backwards, trying to rediscover herself. So I say that to say I'm happy that you tuned in for me, but again, I hope that you give all of the other castmates and characters a chance, so that way you can go ahead and fall in love with the show as a whole. Finally watched Boomerang on BET, and I'm trying my hardest not to compare it to one of my favorite classic movies, Boomerang. Everything about the show so far feels forced, from the acting to the music to the storyline. We'll keep watching, but yeah. Okay, well, sis, I appreciate your honest feedback. But I also will have to say, the fact that you're trying so hard not to compare it to the original, I think that's probably giving you your problem right there. It's not the original movie. We did not try to be the new characters and force ourselves into the original characters. Nobody is of any of the original characters. For example, a lot of people is like, oh, well, Tia is basically Strong J. No, I'm not, honey. Strong J is Strong J. Tia is Tia. Totally different time frame. Possibly, yes, comedic relief here and there, but that's pretty much it. So I would more so refer to that as a nuance versus a recreating of that character. But needless to say, everybody, again, is entitled to their own opinion, but I have to disagree. I feel like it's probably you thinking that we're trying to force it because you're trying to compare it subconsciously to the original movie, which again, it is not. So I do appreciate your honesty, and I do hope that you continue to watch the show and we could possibly grow on to you. But if not, again, to each his own, and we appreciate you for checking out the first 2 episodes. All right, so let's see what we got next. Okay, so this one says, Boomerang on BET, trash, and actors are poo and don't fit their character. Typical BET shows are trash. What's new? Well, thank you for your honesty. Seriously, I'm not mad at nobody's opinion, because of course everybody's entitled to their own. But just based off of her saying typical BET shows are trash, what's new? I feel like she came in with an already made up mind that BET shows are trash, and this show is going to be another trash show too. So with that being said, of course, I do disagree. Because you can't say that everybody on that show is trash. I could see if you said one person was trash or a couple, but everybody, nah, sis. Some, like, I personally think we all did our thing, I ain't gonna lie. But again, I think that you just not giving it a chance, which is perfectly fine. Also, I want to address the fact that she said don't fit their character. I don't really understand how she can say that they don't fit their character, because what character are we supposed to fit? The only characters we're supposed to fit is ourselves. And if we're playing that, how can we not fit it? You don't know what the character is supposed to be because we haven't even given you enough of the show yet for you to figure that out. So I think that it's a thing of her trying to compare it to the original movie, not realizing that it is not that. Asia girl, I appreciate your feedback, but I think you should probably give it another chance with coming with a different mindset. And I wonder if the show was on a different network, if you would take it a little bit more serious, because it sounds like your bias is with BET and not the show Boomerang itself. But thank you so much for your comment. This one says, I actually like all the characters. Excited to see how the story grows. Love it already. Well, thank you. The funny thing is, I actually like all of the characters too. I can describe all of them in a different way, and I can name a couple people in my life that actually relate to each of the characters. So I think that that's a super cute way to put it, liking all of the characters. And possibly, you probably have a little bit of relation to each of them. Let me know if that's the case. I think that's an interesting tweet right here. Okay, so this tweet honestly has me excited because the first thing that it says is Lena Waithe. Child, if you know me, you know I love me some Lena Waithe. And if you anything like me, then child, you got love for her too. Anybody who loves film, is in the industry or anything like that, you love Lena. Who don't? If you don't, you're a hater. Anyways, it says Lena Waithe is unstoppable and is nothing but quality in everything she does. Boomerang on BET, The Chi are evidence. I love her. She's king, she's queen, and everything in between. Hashtag Black History Month. Yeah, yeah. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, yo. Anyways, yes, indeed, honey. I wholeheartedly agree with that tweet. When I tell you that Lena is king, she is motherfucking king, honey. And that's real. Let me give y'all a quick story for those of y'all who don't know, if you didn't watch my video already, honey. I have this opportunity simply because Lena stepped out on faith and gave your girl a shot. Okay, I met her at the BET and MTV Awards, and I saw her and I said, girl, I'm a fan of your work. And she said, well, I'm a fan of your work too. And I was like, oh, well, then put me on TV. And she said, I will. And she said, take my number. Now, y'all know, realistically speaking, there's so many people in industry, this entertainment industry, and possibly other industries as well, who'll be like, oh, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. Oh, I got you, sis. And they be lying. They be lying. And she actually stood by her word. And when a role came about, you know, I hit her up at the right time, thank God. And she said, you know what? Come through. I want you to audition. And the bomb thing is, a lot of people tend to think that because of my social media platform and everything like that, I automatically got the role. Absolutely not. Let's be very clear. Your girl worked for this, okay? Had a crash course. Special shout out to my friend Terrence Terrell in acting real quick. And I went in there, auditioned, did the second audition, had the whole waiting time, everything. That's it in a nutshell. I'll give y'all more later down the road in a separate video. But long story short, this tweet right here is 189% true. And I say 89 because that's the year that I was born. But yes, indeed. Shout out to Lena Waithe. I love you. LaLa's acting could use some work though. But besides that, I like it. Boomerang on BET. I feel that prior, just like we read in the other tweet, people tend to get used to seeing you a certain way, and they mentally have you locked into something that they're used to seeing you as. So therefore, granted, I will say I don't feel as though I'm a Denzel Washington or anything like that just yet. But again, honey, this is my first acting gig, and I feel like I did a motherfucking dang good job. So, and later on, I did end up responding to her, and I said, you know, thank you for your feedback. Please continue to watch this show and get into me as an actress, because I think she's into me as a social media person. And so seeing me on TV, she already has that bias against me, and she's not taking it serious herself. But I will say that she ended up responding, and she said exactly what I said. I'm not used to seeing you as an actress. I'll have to watch more to get used to it. So I appreciate her feedback. And even if she doesn't feel as though I ended up getting better throughout the episode or the season, excuse me, that's perfectly fine. And again, we're all entitled to our own opinions, but I appreciate the honesty. I love when people are honest, you know. So this next tweet says, so wait, Simone the only one that knows Ari is bisexual, or is folk not really paying attention? Boomerang on BET. Let's be very clear. We are all a group of friends who are very comfortable with each other, and we're all used to each other at this point. We've been friends for years. That's a little backstory that's not shown, but you'll possibly see it throughout the rest of the season to where you'll understand how deep our relationships go. But no, she is not the only person who is aware. It's just we're also used to Ari being fluid. That is not even an issue. It's nothing for us to be like, oh my God, you dating her this week? This is his everyday life. And with Ari being a character that is bisexual, for us, it's perfectly fine. But in the real world, being a bisexual man, it's very rare. And a lot of times somebody tweeted, being a bisexual man, people refer to me as greedy and confused. But the truth of the matter is, we needed that representation on TV because it does exist. And a lot of times we'll hear about it with download men, you know, no shade. But Ari is a masculine man who actually deals with both men and women. So I feel like it was very important for his character to be brought to TV for a lot of men to learn how to be comfortable with themselves and who they truly are. And that's one of the reasons why he's one of my favorite characters. So in total, to answer your question, no, Simone is not the only person who knows that Ari is bisexual. It's just we all accept him for who he is, and it's nothing new to us. How you light-skinned and ashy? Honey, that was absolutely one of my favorite lines from the show, if I say so myself. The funny thing is, special shout out to Dime Davis, the director of episodes 1 and 2. She allowed me to do what you call an alt. I learned that vernacular while I was on set. But she allowed me to basically come in and do alternate lines for what was actually on the script in order for me to feel comfortable. And that just so happened to be one of the lines that I used, and it actually worked, and they went through it with after editing. And I thought that was super cool because when I watched it at each of the screenings that we did, it had a super good feedback. And also Bryson, aka Taquan, his real name, he absolutely hates when that line comes on because he's like, you really got people looking at me like I'm ashy. The funny thing is, I'm not going to lie, my ignorant self assumed that when you light skin, you can't see the ashes much, but you can. One word, Jergens. Anyways, moving on. I bet the set of Boomerang on BT smells like sunflowers, cocoa butter, lemon water, and prayer. I love this tweet because if you ask me, these are all things of natural, pro-black. That's a lot of times what, stereotypically speaking, natural girls reek of. And I think that this show, when you think of a natural girl, you think of an empowered, strong, black-minded person, just in general. So to answer, you know, your question or to respond to your tweet, actually no, it smelled like food because they kept us fed, you know, all kinds of food, snacks and all that mixed in with our different perfumes, colognes and all that because we came to set smelling fresh, you know what I'm saying? But that was a very good observation and I receive it, honey, yes. Tia and Ari would be cute together too, Boomerang on BET. Okay, so here's the thing. Tia is absolutely, strictly not dickly, okay? She doesn't get down with that. She's had sex one time in her life with a man, and that wasn't her thing. So, being a cute couple, absolutely not. And also, they're such good friends that it wouldn't even happen like that. They've been friends for too long. They wouldn't go that way. So, that's just a no-go. But, I mean, the thought is cute, but, no, actually the thought ain't cute. Not at all. The music on Boomerang on BET was definitely on point. Is there a playlist on Spotify? You know what's funny? There actually is a playlist that's on Spotify. I'm going to go ahead and put the link below. But I was pleasantly surprised with the soundtrack when I watched the show for the first time, because we had no idea how, they were going to edit the music into there, what songs they were going to use or anything. But I feel like the music and the soundtracks they were using, some of it gives homage to the previous movie and the feel of the first movie. Mary J. Blige, honey, that was one of the good ones for me. The song that they ended up playing at the end of episode 2, Game Night. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Yes, like, it was all good vibes. And then, of course, there's artists who are new and upcoming that have some really good music that just so happens to fit the episode. So, yes, the playlist is super, super popping. And I feel like it's only right that we had a popping soundtrack as well, because, I mean, it's for us. And, you know, we as a culture absolutely love music. So, yes, go ahead and click below if you have any interest whatsoever in the Spotify playlist for Boomerang. I see where they're trying to go on Boomerang on BET, but first of all, that meme is extremely hilarious, okay? Secondly, I would like to know why. I would like to know why you feel that way. I don't like when people give a thought, but it's incomplete. I understand that you can feel the way that you want to feel, and that's perfectly fine, but at least tell us why, so that way if it's something that we actually do see and things like that, we can go ahead and, you know, correct it and make it better moving forward. But that's pretty incomplete, so I can't really give too much of a response to it. But of course, thank you for tweeting about it. Thank you for watching it. And I hope that you continue to watch it, so that way you could possibly change your mind, because I know you said you see where we're trying to go. See if we actually get there. Give us a little chance, friend. Well, that concludes me reading tweets from Twitter and Twitterland. But for real, I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all so much for tweeting and tuning in. And for those who haven't, please make sure that you get into the show. It's super cute. It's for us, by us. Foo-boo. Okay, that's the best way that I can describe it. Boomerang on BET has been one of the most littest experiences ever, and I would love for you guys to see what project I worked on and why I was gone for so long and all that extra stuff. And at the end of the day, I will always be on Twitter reading what people say. Honey, all you got to do is summon me by saying @LaLa Milan or hashtag BET, or hashtag Boomerang on BET, and I'm going to be reading what y'all say, because like I said, I love feedback. I appreciate people telling the truth. I appreciate the people, you know, saying that they didn't like it. But if you do, at least let me know why. Don't hesitate to drop your comments below. And also the playlist. A lot of people was into the playlist. Go ahead and click below if you're trying to get into that. But look, I super appreciate y'all for rocking with me, LaLa Squad. Y'all already know, honey. Please feel free to ask me anything. I'm always going to be in the comments. I'm super engaged. Y'all know that. Okay? But anyways, I love y'all so much. And y'all already know what time it is. I love y'all for real. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, make sure you like this video. Give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to my channel for more. I love y'all. Bye!